Hi guys, and welcome back to Beauty Fortified. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sue, and today I wanted to put together this fall look for you using absolutely nothing new. So these are all products that I have in my stash, but they're just things that I felt work really well together just to give a very soft fall daytime look. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, keep on watching. I've done my skincare, I've got my foundation on. I am recovering from a bout of COVID. My skin is really bad at the moment. It's really blotchy and quite dehydrated and just full of texture. So I thought I would do my foundation to spare you the blank canvas of my skin. Today I went in with my Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear foundation and I'm in the shade Honey. I've also applied a little bit of my concealer, that's my Chanel Le Correcteur, and I've also done my brows, and today I went in with my Benefit Precisely Brow pencil and I'm in the shade number 3. So I'm going to start off with the eyes, and the color that I've got for the mobile lid today is an Elizabeth Arden shadow. Now I don't think that this is available any longer. It's in the color Spice, and it's just such a beautiful autumnal color. Now if you can't get this color, a very, very close dupe is Antiqued from MAC. So it is very, very similar. This one is more intense in fact, and it is a little bit more brown, where Spice has got a little bit more pink to it. So I'm going to go in with Spice. I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush and I'm going to just wet it slightly. I find this is a kind of sheeny, kind of metallic-y shade, very much, as I say, same texture as Antiqued by MAC. And I find that it just applies a little bit more intense if you wet the brush slightly. So I'm just applying that all over the mobile lid. This is just a really gorgeous shade, and because it's got a little bit of shimmer, it just brings a little bit of life to the eyes, and I do need a little bit of life to my face at this point in time. So anything that's going to make a difference, I'm all for that. This really is just such a gorgeous shade. So I'm just lightly packing it on just to really get that color quite intense. And then I'm going to take the same shade and I'm going to use it to line my lower lash line. So I'm taking a small firm eyeshadow brush. Again, I'm going to just gently spritz that and just going to apply a little bit of this just to the lower lash line. This is going to give me some definition, but it's not going to create a harsh line. I'm not really wanting anything too harsh or too defined on my lower lash line. So this just adds a lovely soft hint of definition, and you can just blend it out, smoke it out as much as you need to on the lower lash line. And we can go in a little bit later with a bit of pencil. I'm going to see how I feel after I've applied the rest of my makeup. And now I'm going to go, before I finish the eyes, I'm going to go on to blush. Now the one that I'm using today is from MAC, and it's called Pinch Me, and it's just a beautiful kind of fall color. It just gives you that kind of just flushed look to your cheeks, as if you've just come in from a walk outside or a run. Just gives you that kind of beautiful flush of color. So I'm going to apply that. I'm going in with my Smashbox blush brush. Now this blush is quite pigmented, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the brush, and then I am going to tap off the excess. And then I'm going to just gently start applying it to the cheeks. Now I am going to use a little bit of contour. I'm going to do that after I've applied the blush. So just gently applying it in round circular motions, and also bringing it onto the apples of the cheeks. And you can obviously add more depending on how flushed you want to look. I really like my blush, so I do tend to go in a little bit. More is more, put it that way, in terms of blush for me. So I'm quite happy with that. And now I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer, and I'm going in with a good old favorite, and this is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I still love this. I just love the fact that it doesn't pull red. It's just such a brilliant all-rounder. So taking a little slanted brush, I'm going to just apply a little bit of the bronzer to that, and I'm just going to gently contour my cheeks just to add a little bit of definition. And whether you do this before or after your blush doesn't really matter. I find sometimes it's a little bit easier to do after my blush because then I can just blend it right into the blush, but it really doesn't make much difference at all. And then I am going to just add a little bit to my forehead and a little bit to my temples, just to warm up the face as well. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this again, and I'm going to just contour the sides of my nose. I should have probably used a way smaller brush, but I'm just taking things at a very regulated pace at the moment, so I'm just kind of doing things as they are and as they appear. So that's my way of saying I don't have a small brush on my vanity to do my nose. So now that I've done that, I'm fairly happy with that. And I'm now going to go back to the eyes, and I'm going to apply a little bit of the blush Pinch Me just to my upper lid. So I'm not going to be doing any crease shade or anything like that today. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of this just to add a little bit of warmth to the face and just to pull the look together, kind of pull in the cheeks to be in synergy with the eyes. And this technique also just helps to really wake up the face just by adding a little bit of color to the brow bone. Don't go too overboard, but this just does help to add a little bit of color. So that's all I'm going to be doing for the eyes. I don't think I'm even going to be going in with a pencil on the bottom. I think that I'm quite happy with just the shadow on the lower lid, in fact. And now I'm going to go in with some mascara, and I'm going in with this. This is a Clarins Wonder Perfect Mascara 4D, and I got this as a sample a while ago, and I've been using it. Well, before I got sick, I was using it, and I was really enjoying it. It actually gives you quite a subtle, it's not va-va-voom kind of lashes, but it really just defines them and lengthens them, and it gives a very elegant lash. So I really did enjoy using this, and I'm going to be using it today because I'm not going for an all-out, full-out va-va-voom lash look, just a little bit of definition. So I'm going to go in with a couple of coats of this. So those are the lashes done. This is definitely a lengthening mascara, not so much a volumizing mascara, but I think that it's great for everyday wear. I'm really quite enjoying it. So now onto the lips, and I'm going in today with one of the MAC Lustreglass lipsticks. This is from their new improved range, and one of the ones that I picked up was Posh Pit. And when I did a review on these, I had misplaced Posh Pit, and for the longest time couldn't find it. And when I was doing a clean out in my kitchen, I realized that it had fallen and rolled under the fridge. So I found it had been completely unused, completely brand new, still in the box, but I found Posh Pit. And I thought that it was really a little bit too brown when I first tried it. It really is. They describe it as, I think, a kind of pinky brown, but it's definitely more brown. And I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, well, I'm not really yeah, it's not really my color. But I decided to give it a go, and so I'm going to team it up today with a Maybelline lip liner, and this is in the shade Velvet Beige. Now I don't know that this is still available, but it's a pinky nude, so really any pinky nude will do. And I found that when I teamed up a pinky nude lip liner with Posh Pit, just gave the most beautiful fall lip look. I just fell in love, and I thought, well, I'm definitely going to be wearing a lot more of this. So that's what I'm going in with today. I'm going in with my Maybelline lip liner and MAC Luster lipstick in Posh Pit. And then last but not least, something that I forgot was a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to go in with my Kitten highlighter, Stila Kitten. This is in the stick. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the tops of the cheekbones. And I love this. I use it at any opportunity. But I find that it really does just give a beautiful, subtle kind of glow to the skin. So just putting a little bit of that on the high points. And so guys, that's the finished look. Soft fall makeup using absolutely nothing new. I am going to put a link to my video on the MAC Lustreglass lipsticks. If you haven't checked them out, do have a look at that video. The formula is absolutely beautiful. It's really, really good, especially on mature lips. And they've got an astounding range of shades. So it really is a lipstick I would highly recommend. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.